Okay, y'all. So, continuing with what we're working on, the last video I just recorded was going over the product rule. What we're going to do now, it's power rules, plural, because there are 3 different ones here that we're going to look at. We have a rule where you may hear me say power to a power, multiply your powers. You may also hear me say, everything inside gets the power. And then we also have the actual rule where it's written in a fractional form, and both top and bottom get your power. Okay, those kind of might be things that you hear me say if I'm going through and solving some problems. Okay, so let me lasso this and get rid of it. Okay, and go back to black. I'm going to do some power rules. Okay, so the power rules, what we have here is, okay, say we have in parentheses something. It could be a variable. It could be the number 5. It's something, right? It's my base. It is something being raised to an exponent. Say we have something being raised to an exponent inside of parentheses, and then on the outside of parentheses, we have another exponent. So it's going to be, say, a variable, and the exponent is going to be 2, and then it's raised to another exponent. So I got 2 little bitty exponents going on there, right? So what you do when you have this is the one that you'll hear me say, it's a power to a power. Power to a power, multiply your powers. That's how you answer a problem like this. Okay, so an example using actual numbers would be something like this. In parentheses, we have the number 3 being raised to the 4th power. Our base is 3, our exponent is 4. Close your parentheses. Let's raise that again to the 2nd power. Do you see I've got 2 exponents? I'm calling them powers, okay? Because they're powers. What you would do here is it said to keep your base and multiply your powers. So I get 3 to the 4 times 2 is what, 8? Okay, so 3 to the 8th power. I thought I had a calculator near me. 3 to the 8th power would be leaving it in exponential form, right? Because that's a form that includes a exponent. So that would be considered exponential form. The homework may even say, don't evaluate it, right? Leave it in this form. If you do use your calculator and you wanted to evaluate it and actually get to an answer, you would get 6,561. Okay. Usually, I think they might want you to leave it in exponential form, but just in case you don't, there you go. Okay. So say we also have this. Say we have in parentheses x squared being raised to the 5th power. Even though here my base is a variable and not a numerical value, what you need to notice is that this is still a power rule. I've got a power raised to another power. What you do is you keep your base and you multiply your powers. 5 times 2 is 10. Here, of course, there's not a way to evaluate it as far as getting a numerical answer. X to the 10th, that is simplifying it. That is evaluating it. That is as far as you can go with it, correct? There's not any, mathematical way to get a numerical answer here, okay? So just remember that if you have a base being raised to a power inside of parentheses being raised to another power. Power to a power, multiply your powers. Okay? I'll be back. I'm going to do more power rules. I'm going to do them individually, y'all, because there's like 3. Okay? If you have any questions, make sure you ask and let me know. Thanks. Bye. If it will work. There we go.